Alright, what is up? I hope you don't mind me putting an informational video on here. I thought this was pretty cool. If you're having any wonders on why the gaming channel is now posting random videos on China's nuclear fusion, well, welcome to the world of going to school and having a life. Basically, I have this school project and I thought it'd be cool to post it on my YouTube channel. It's about nuclear fusion. China's finally made a facility that can sustain nuclear fusion for quite a while. And for any of you who are into nuclear stuff, that's a very good and bad thing. On both sides, it's really good and bad. Nuclear weapon testing, new nuclear weapons, and also new research for infinite power, which is good. My big question on this whole thing is how are they sustaining this for 1,066 seconds, roughly 17 minutes, I believe that was? It's a long time. That's the record right now set by China. And this is what I found on it. Construction was going very slow in 2020, like there was nothing happening. Construction picked up due to COVID-19 lockdowns and stuff. Everything picked up then, we were all more productive because we had nothing else to do. And I also found it would be a very clean source of energy, greatly decreasing pollution. And I personally think if this advances, we might be able to go further than Mars, as with unlimited strong power, as long as fusion was held, we could make it anywhere, as long as the hull itself of the spaceship does not break. The USA was in the lead of nuclear fusion, but China's picking up fast, and they are soon going to lose their spot, the USA. I think this is quite a cool thing that they have finally made it to nuclear fusion. It was like one of the things that was thought to be pretty much nearly impossible. And here we are, thinking by 2040 we'll be on Mars with infinite clean energy and all that. I also found that the reason China has all this good stuff is they're putting $1 to $1.5 billion into nuclear fusion a year, into that facility specifically. In my opinion, people should be happy, but also scared because at the same time, with this research and being allies with the USA, no offense, nuclear weapons could come into the view. We've all seen Star Wars, I think most of us. The big Death Star's pretty scary. What if they make that? Just hear me out, okay? Back to the real facts though. If you want to know how nuclear fusion looks, go look at the linked CNN articles. They'll all be in the description, and I'll show them in the slide. Or you can reviews, of course, and copy the link by hand, piece by piece, each and every little letter. These are some of my answered questions. My smaller questions, not the big one. And these questions have kind of made me come to my conclusion of why they've been able to hold it for roughly 17 minutes. Nuclear fusion is a lot different from nuclear fission. That being, nuclear fusion can actually hold and sustain itself. It does not really need much artificial help. It says in here, of course, somewhere else, probably on the next slide. I thought it might be a bit similar, but they are not at all. They're actually like really, really different, and that's why nuclear fusion is so much of a big deal compared to nuclear fission, which is, of course, nowhere near as powerful. I believe that somewhere it said nuclear fusion was actually 5 times the strength of nuclear fission. So as you'd imagine, power is probably going to go up quite a bit, and, you know, the money's probably going to go down on it. Furthermore, the reactor does use a vacuum. It's actually made from the magnets. If you read the articles that are linked, it has a little diagram and stuff of how, like, the atoms and stuff move around and like merge together and explode and stuff. It's really cool. Of course, the case is plasma. You all know what happens when a nuke goes off. Kaplooey, things go explode. You need that case. It's also not the biggest, apparently, and it is actually considered pretty small. There is a picture of the chamber in the article. You can see a person standing in it and stuff, but it is not big compared to this person. Unless this person is like 7 foot, which is definitely not average. It's not huge. And in case you were wondering, as soon as it kicks off, yes, it does sustain itself, just like the sun. There's no artificial help once it kicks off. I'm pretty sure to kick it off, it does require a little bit of artificial help. If they make it bigger and last longer, it would probably sustain them, and if they give other countries this power, and maybe just supply the power in general. I mean, I know I ain't building a power line through the Sea of China, but they could start up companies around the world to supply nuclear fusion to other countries. And of course, with unlimited power, you would assume there'd be no power bills, of course. That's up to the government to decide and not me, but we can all hope. And here are the links to the pages. We've got this one. This is the first CNN. This one is the first one I found. It doesn't have nearly as much information. You can go ahead and read over the summary in the description. This one's the small one. This one is the big one. I got most of my information from here. We can see a big image of lots of the places. This one's the most relevant. This is what the nuclear fusion looks like inside of the chamber. It's basically a bunch of hydrogen that they heat to extreme temperatures, and then like this magnet in the center like keeps them swirling in there, and they collide with each other, making a bunch of power, and then they run those through turbines and stuff, and they make a bunch of power. It does say in here, you can see this guy's doing construction. This is the like diagram. You can see there's like magnets in here, and then the plasma. And the plasma, I mean, it was doing a cool, yeah, there. The plasma light goes around inside of the magnetic field. Of course, that's the image from the other article. And I thought there was an image somewhere of a dude standing inside of the chamber. It was somewhere in here. It wasn't this one. This one's not the chamber. Maybe it was in the other article. Sorry about that. Unless, no, it doesn't go further down. It might have been in here then. Yes, no, maybe so. Nope. I don't remember where I saw that then. But it's not big anyways. This is the website I found where how long the fusion lasted. A whopping 1,066 seconds. Which I did read was roughly 17 minutes or something like that. It was record breaking. Any of you mathematics can go put it down in the comment section the exact time if you really want. And this is where I found, I believe, that it sustains itself. There was somewhere in this article, it did say that it sustains itself. It also, of course, summarizes other stuff that we talked about. Lots of the articles are very similar. You can find lots on Google, especially in the news section. And that's going to bring this informational video to a whopping 10 minutes, which is probably average. Don't forget to go check out my other videos on the channel that I spend a long time making just to entertain you. And my latest videos have the intro that I've spent a while making. It's probably on this one as well. It still has no sound. I'm working on that. And with that, it's time for the famous words that I always love to say at the end of my videos. And that is peace, love, and I will see you in the next one, ladies and gentlemen.